What is your position?
Yeah, so the ATU in 2007 put forward binding arbitration because we believe the citizens of the community need transportation as a vital resource, just like police officers and firefighters, which we entered into binding arbitration. If we're unable to resolve the issues, we would have a third party make that decision that would be final and binding. We negotiated good faith. After 150 days, TriMet declared impasse. They moved forward with their final offer. Their final offer contained information that they never bargained for previously. We then filed an unfair labor practice. That's what you do when they break the law. So we go for the third party to make that decision before we get to arbitration. Because of the unfair labor practice, TriMet retaliated and put forward that they are going to take a term that they've never had before, and that is disallow the collective bargaining agreement, go against the status quo. Long history, we're talking about 35 years of past practice, break the law and implement January 1 health insurance increases, passing on the members, freezing our wages and COLA increases. It's against the law. The bottom line is this: TriMet needs to abide by it. When our operators make a mistake, they get fired. Somebody at TriMet apparently needs to be fired.
So going back to this, wasn't originally more about health insurance?
Well, I mean, the issue, there's a secondary issue about health insurance, but most importantly, it's about the law, and we all need to follow it. Remember, we've already given up the area with the ability to withhold service. We gave up the right to strike, to have a third party neutral make that decision. There's a reason for that. If TriMet wants to break the law, we've got some serious problems. So, yeah, there is a part of the dispute is over health insurance, and we've taken less wages throughout the years. We've taken concessions, we've taken rollbacks, we've created two-tier systems. And it's not to say that we're sitting out there thinking we don't think health insurance is costly. We know, we are very aware of health insurance and why we have it. It's why we chose the #1 issue and continue to maintain taking less wages throughout the years. Our mechanics make less than, probably over $4 an hour less than our CIO. The reason is because we have insurance. So now that TriMet is in difficult troubles, they want to balance the budget on our members' backs. I think they need to take a look at if they can't currently fund what they have, quit expanding, quit moving out. And that's unfortunate because we are green jobs. We actually should be moving things forward. But we have lines being cut while Mr. McFarland gets bonuses. Mr. McFarland is making more than the President of the United States. Isn't something wrong? So we have retirees that are on a fixed income. January 1 will be faced with a huge cost within their budget. They're fixed income. They have no more money to get. They did their long and faithful service, and TriMet reneged on it. He reneged on the widows. I'm a second generation. My father's one of those who put his time in and is now faced with coming up with whether he's going to be eating properly or paying health insurance. It's unacceptable. We're not going to stand for it. We're going to continue to move forward. Our membership is activated, motivated, and energized. And unfortunately, TriMet's going to recognize the cost of labor relations. We have not went negative with TriMet. We continue to do our job. We continue to act as professionals. We want them to do the same.
So to put things in simple terms for our listeners, if you say you have an information picket downstairs, when people stop by and talk to them, what do they tell them?
Yeah, I mean, I think people are curious on what's going on, and where are we out here? And part of the message is, hey, we're professionals, and if we were striking, those buses would be stopped. But we're not. We're still sending our message. We're still telling people to learn how to do it. And we want them to follow the law. It's that simple. Just follow the law. Rescind their implementation and allow the third party to make the decision. TriMet needs to follow the law. Somehow, some way, people have got it in their head that they're above it, and they're not. We had those benefits negotiated. TriMet continued to do that even after the contract expired. You know why? Because it's the law. Now the new administration has gotten some bad information from attorneys apparently that just wants to continue to rack up the bills. Again, more cost for TriMet. Labor relations is a cost. Unfortunately, TriMet's going to see hardworking members, amalgamated transformations, so unite, energize, and become one. Things are going to get difficult. My phone is ringing off the hook. I'm receiving letters from our retirees talking about committing suicide because they're panicked and they don't know what to do. It is not right to shove something down somebody's throat without proper information. Today, tomorrow, we're going to start open enrollment and still have not disclosed how bad it will be in detail. So, for an example, if somebody chose to stay with their current plan, they would be stuck with $3,000 bills before anything is covered by anybody else. $3,000. So think of your family budget. and what would happen if you had to come in with $3,000 that you never had to pay for. And then we're not talking about those who had the same doctor for the last 30 years that may not be the preferred provider anymore, and now cost them 30% on top of that. That's unrealistic, that's unacceptable. When we asked TriMet in our final sidebar negotiations, okay, we will have PERS free for our new hires come in. You know what TriMet came back and said? They stated that, well, there wouldn't be that much of a savings. Oh, so that means we are not that much different. This whole notion that we are overpaid, over health insurance is just not accurate. We're right in line with our state and federal workers. We need to continue to maintain the benefits for our members. The last thing you want to do is get on a bus with somebody who made the decision not to go get his eyeglasses checked and because he didn't know if he was going to get it taken care of. It's unacceptable. It's unexcusable. TriMet needs to wake up and follow the law.
So is there a decision they're making today?
Well, the chairman stated that he believes McFarland wants to get back to the table. The most critical piece of that is McFarland needs to rescind his current position, which is, hey, guess what? We know we have a law. Guess what? We know we have a contract, but we're going to break that. And then we want to sit down and bargain for pay. Well, that just doesn't happen. If you tell me you're a liar and you can tell me that you continue to act against the law, then you're not acting in good faith. And that's wrong. That's all we're asking. We're not withholding service. We're not creating problems. We're being informational, so we will do and take every legal action we can to make sure this message is broadcast out to the membership, to the general public. And I encourage people to call the board of directors at TriMet, Neil McFarland and TriMet, and let them know we're not going to take it. This is unacceptable. Follow the law. Just like if somebody was standing and needed to be sent and be removed from the bus for acting, TriMet makes that properly.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.